Hello students, in this presentation we'll be talking about the fact whether becoming a member of WTO was beneficial for Indian economy, or there were certain points and there were certain things that defined that it was against Indian economy in a certain manner. At first we'll be talking about the arguments that were in favor of India becoming a member of WTO. First, it was a major step towards globalization. An attempt was made that if we become member of WTO, because the trade restrictions would be removed and all the trade barriers would be improved, then it would ensure the economic growth, and it will definitely help in gaining the gains from trade, and definitely the rise in income levels would be there, and it has happened also. It was a major step, and it was whatever was thought was also executed also. So this was a major step towards globalization initiative. The second one was related to exports of textiles and clothing. In this case, we need to mention and we need to study a major agreement of WTO, that was multi-fiber agreement. What this agreement said, it basically emphasized that all the quotas and all the restrictions that were existing in the area of textiles and clothing, they should be abolished from January 1, 2005, and they should be totally avoided from this scenario, and there should be no restrictions as such, so that the trade can be promoted. Because of this restriction, because supposingly there is a quota and the Indian economy or the exporters of Indian economy, they want to export to some economy, supposingly economy A, and Indian economy wants to sell textiles and clothing to them, and if there are quotas, if there are quota enhancements also, as far as quantitative controls are concerned, then in that case the other economy would be reluctant to purchase it, and or in case if it is purchasing it, it would be purchasing till that quota that has been specified, or moreover there is also possibility that the quota also may be enhanced, and the Indian sellers or the Indian exporters of textiles and clothing may be at losing end. So under WTO agreement, a big boost to exporters of textiles and clothing was given, and the purpose was to enhance the market access for textiles and clothing products, and to help the sellers and exporters of textiles and clothing. So this was also a plus point of WTO. The third point pertained to the exports of software services. India, because of the free trade in services that was included in WTO agreements, and it was absent in case of the GATT agreement. Because of this thing, free trade in services, the Indian exporters were able to export the software services, and this led to generation of immense foreign exchange earnings, and moreover the macroeconomic objective of employment generation for Indians was also ensured in this case. So another plus for Indian economy when it became member of WTO. The next one was related to improved prospects for agricultural exports. When India became member of WTO, it was emphasized that the reduction in domestic subsidy should be given, and when all the sellers in the economies, they start giving lesser and lesser domestic subsidies, then there is a possibility then that Indian exporters of agricultural products, they can sell their products to those economies. So in that case the market access and other prospects for agricultural exports get enhanced. The next point relates to the promotion of international competitiveness. Indian economy got a platform wherein it was competing with other economies, so it had to give its best. So there were n number of parameters like technological improvement, introduction of R&D. They were inculcated in order to ensure that India stands good in comparison with other economies. Becoming member of WTO also boosted growth multipliers, as it strengthened the international trading system. I've just now told that there were generation of job opportunities as well. This led to economic growth, and because there were a number of people who got the jobs, and this led to generation of income. So the problem of foreign exchange to some extent was solving when the exports and imports were being executed. When we talk about the arguments that are contrary and that made India at losing end, and that converted all the happiness of signing this agreement into morose, these arguments included that the WTO favors MNCs, and because these are big business houses, they have resources at the end, so these MNCs are favored by WTO. This is one of the drawbacks. Second is small tariff restrictions. The tariff restrictions on goods of export interest to India are very small. Tariff reduction, if we want to export anything to other economies, then the tariff reductions are very less. So this is also a drawback for this. The third one pertains to non-transparency, and it is the things were being said that environmental, it has one of its objectives also, that environmental health should be ensured, and promotion of promotion of environmental conditions and good environmental conditions would be ensured through establishment of WTO. But it was emphasized at this time that environmental concerns, human rights concerns, labor concerns were not considered properly in with the formation of WTO. So this was another lacuna in its working. The next one pertained to it lacked in market orientation, because for a developing economy like India, for this sort of economy, this sort of economy found it very difficult to compete with the developed nations. The economies that lacked market orientation were at losing end. The next one pertained to pressure to liberalize services. India was under the pressure to liberalize the service industries, because here with the inclusion of trade and services agreement, it was emphasized that services should be liberalized. So this was also a challenge for Indian economy, and it was very difficult for Indian economy to go for this. The next one relates to wholesomeness of consent. If you are a member of WTO, then you need to abide by all the agreements and all the regulations that were enforced by WTO. So this was unlike GATT, but nonetheless this was also an erring feature of WTO that was contrary to Indian economy's working. The next one is protectionism. It refers to a policy wherein we feel like giving more exemption than benefits to our in-house sellers. So WTO deals with protectionism in areas like agriculture. So it is moreover working towards the benefit of nations like EU and US, United States, European Unions and United States. The next one is implementation of trade related intellectual property rights was also a big challenge, because these allowed the firms to implement the patents and copyrights. So because they were able to follow all these things, so as a result the products became expensive. Supposingly, if we talk about life-saving drug, and if it is copyright, if it is patented, then it would definitely lead to increase in its prices, and it will become costlier for the developing economies. The next one is competitive environment poses difficulties. Adoption of competitive environment poses difficulties for economies like India. Because they are not they don't have technological resources at their end, they don't have any awareness as far as these resources are concerned. So making them competitive also is one of the challenges that is imposed that was imposed when India became the member of WTO. So with this, we can say that yes, India, when it became member of WTO, it went for liberalization and globalization. All those things became easier, and textiles got promoted. The exports of clothing got promoted. There were a number of benefits, but the trade in services was also promoted to some extent, but there were loopholes, as they were more discriminatory in their treatment, though they were emphasizing, WTO was emphasizing that they will not be discriminatory in their treatment, but they were more focused toward big business houses and MNCs. So, and there were other things that protectionism measures and all these things were also against, that led to the loopholes when India became a member of WTO. Thank you so much for the patient listening. Now we are done with the entire topic of WTO. Thank you so much.